Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Gray and Eric, for your welcoming words about this international symposium. I'm Sébastien Colin, geographer and researcher at the French Center for Research on Contemporary China, which has been established in Hong Kong in 1991 and which is a research center specialized on social sciences and contemporary China, and also Hong Kong and Taiwan. As the initiator and one of the co-organizers of this symposium, it's really a great pleasure for me to say some words in this opening ceremony. Firstly, because the opening ceremony logically means that the project has been concretized in due time, which is the first victory and a satisfaction. Secondly, because we will have during these 2 days, at the moment of the World Ocean Day, as Eric Berti reminded in his speech, several presentations and discussion on an important topics, as Gray reminded in his speech. That's to say the sea and ocean sustainability in the specific context of the development of China's maritime economy. At the CEFC, I'm working on China's maritime policy. That's why I decided to initiate this project in collaboration with the French consulate and the SWIMS of HKU. China's maritime policy and the wish of Chinese authorities to make their country a big maritime power are, of course, not only limited to the projections of PLNAV in the South China Sea or beyond the island chains, but this objective to make China as a maritime power includes also the development of maritime economy, which means the development of all economic activities related to the sea: fisheries, maritime transport, cruise tourism, and so on. Some of those activities are booming, like the cruise tourism, for example, or maritime transport, especially in the context of the building of the 21st century maritime Silk Road, which is a very important driver of the maritime transport's development in China. Some of those activities need to be reformed, like fisheries. We will have a lot of presentations about fisheries during the symposium, about public policies, but also management of fisheries resources. All of those activities have strong impact on marine ecosystem and threaten the sea and ocean sustainability globally, but also at the scale of China seas. One of the important questions is how the notion of sustainability is or can be integrated in those various kinds of economic activities, and in their objective to present China as a responsible power in the environmental field. Chinese authorities also try to take some measures and public policies focusing on environmental protection and sustainable management of resources. It's important also to have a look and to try to analyze the implementation of this kind of policies and measures. In this context, the symposium will try to give a view, certainly not perfect, and of course not comprehensive, on this complex relation between China's maritime economy and sea and ocean sustainability. Today, after the keynote speech of Daniel Pauly, we will have 2 sessions which focus on some sector of the maritime economy, especially fisheries, maritime transport, cruise tourism, ports, and more widely, the development of coastal infrastructures. Tomorrow, 2 other sessions will address the management of marine ecosystem and fishery resources, as well as the problem of the illegal fishing. Especially, for the most part of presentations, on the basis of case studies in the coastal waters of Hong Kong, Guangdong province, and also in the East China Sea and in the Yellow Sea. It was very important, as a geographer, to have some case studies and localized example for analyzing better these relations between maritime economy and sustainability. Finally, we will have an interesting comparative analysis between European Union and China in terms of fight against illegal fishing. We will have, thanks to the presence of my colleague from France, Michel Morin, 2 presentations where the European Union will be addressed, and it will be also interesting to have some comparison element between Europe and China in terms of fisheries policy. Before giving the floor to Daniel Pauly for his keynote speech, as the tradition, I would like to thank all supporters and organizers of this symposium. It was a great pleasure for me to implement and concretize this project those last months. I would like to thank the Institut Français, the CNRS, the French National Center of Research and Science, the Hong Kong Maritime Museum, the Consulate General of France, its Consul General, Eric Berti, its Service of Culture, Education and Science, especially Benoît Etienne and Frédéric Bretard, and Justine Hong. Frédéric and Justine supported me a lot for the organization of this event. I would like also address my thanks to the SWIMS, to Gray Williams and Christelle Knott, and also Sylvia Yu, who helped for the finalization of the organization here in Hong Kong, U. And of course, I would like to thank my research center, the CEFC, its director, Mr. Eric Florence, and our office manager, Mr. Henry Wu. I would like to thank all speakers of this symposium for accepting my invitation. We have speakers from France, Canada, Singapore, and mainland China, and also some speakers from Hong Kong. I would like also to thank the audience, you, for your presence, and I hope that you will enjoy this symposium, and I hope this symposium will be very fruitful in terms of analysis and discussion of this very important issue. Thank you very much.